If someone tells that a secret society known as the Freemasons rule all the religions, inclusive the Jehovah's Witnesses, you might know is true. But if you tell it to a Jehovah's Witness, and if you mention that their organization is ruled by Freemasons all along the Watchtower Society, since the individual congregations to their governing body they will not believe. And as a defense they will say that it is not more than disinformation. However, if you really want to convince them you have to show this video. And reflect on the real story which will be present here with proper evidence. It has been already reported in another video which has been re-uploaded by us, that David Woodfield, an elder of Jehovah's Witnesses Epsom congregation, has committed criminal offenses and several civil wrongs, which cannot be tolerated within Jehovah's Witnesses. David Woodfield had forged documents which he supplied to the courts, and has been stealing his own brothers by denying their labor rights. However, because he is a Freemason, nothing can ever happen to him. One of the victims of David Woodfield's misconduct is a former cleaner, who has been trying to call the attention to this very serious problem, however without success. For 3 times he already left in-person letters to the service department of the Jehovah's Witnesses branch exposing Woodfield's criminal conduct. However, someone inside Bethel caught the letters and thrown them away, impeding the service department of dealing with the problem, and expel David Woodfield from the congregation, as usually would happen to any other witness. The last time he contacted the Jehovah's Witnesses branch in the United Kingdom, it was even denied telephone access to the service department. In order to avoid reporting some wrongdoings from his own elders, please pay attention to the following conversation between the victim and a member of the Public Information Desk.
Hello, you're through again to the Public Information Desk.
Oh, but that's the wrong department. I want to speak with the service department.
I'm afraid we can't put you through to legal or the service department. This is a personal matter between you and someone else. I'm afraid.
No. It's a personal matter between me and the elders. They are blocking me. I need to speak. I need to reach the overseer, and the service department will be the link.
I'm afraid there's nothing further we can do to help.
Right. You are in the Public Information Desk, isn't it?
We will not be putting you through to the legal department or the service department.
So you're denying me access to the service department?
I'm not denying anything. I'm simply saying you have a personal issue which is not for us to become involved in.
Right, okay. That's good to know. Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
It is very obvious that the Freemasons already infiltrated their own agents there inside. The Public Information Desk is a department which deals with the press and any other public inquiries done about Jehovah's Witnesses, and if some of the inquiries are about David Woodfield, or any other Mason who has been identified, they would manage the case in a way to prevent any damage caused to them. Basically, the Public Information Desk is playing a role which will result in cover up both the presence and the wrongdoings of the Freemasons inside the Jehovah's Witnesses organization. Some members of the branch committee are also Freemasons. And those are the ones who give instructions for the branch not getting involved in a matter between a victim and any elders who are Freemasons. The cover-up starts from the top. But as we had mentioned minutes ago, the great problem resides inside the congregations. The main victim of Woodfield's wickedness attends to the congregation in Morden, southwest London. And recently he had approached to its coordinator of the body of elders, with a request to move to Epsom congregation. However, it was denied with the false excuse that was the body of elders of Epsom who were not willing to accept his publisher's card. Please pay attention to the voicemail message left by Tim Eagles, the coordinator of the body of elders from Morden, to the victim.
First, new message.
Good morning, Amadeo. It's Tim here, and Morris is with me. Just to let you know, we've been dealing with your request for your record cards to be moved to Epsom, but I have to inform you that the body of elders at Epsom are not willing to accept your record cards because of the difficulties that there have been. So at the moment, you're able to come to Morden congregation and to worship. We're entirely happy for you to do that. And we'd look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the meeting if you're able. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye, brother.
After the victim had listened to this message, he decided to contact Peter Davey, who is the coordinator of the body of elders in Epsom congregation, and asked him straight if what Tim Eagles had said was true. Please pay attention to the following dialogue.
Well, that's the thing. He's told me that the decision was made by the body of elders of Epsom.
Right.
So is that true?
What if he said so?
Peter, that's not an answer. Because if he said so, no, I'd like to hear from you, because you are the coordinator of the body of elders also.
I'm just another elder. I'm just one elder in a body of elders, and if he has told you that, then that's suffice, isn't it? That's it. That is the decision. So you have to accept that.
Right. So the decision was made. That's what I want to know. The decision was made by the body of elders from Morden or the body of elders from Epsom.
If what Tim has told you today, I can't enlarge on.
Because that is related to me. I should know.
Well then, really, you're going to have to possibly go, and look at another source of information.
It is obvious that Peter Davey was taken by surprise and was not prepared to answer to the victim's quest, therefore he preferred to push the question to someone else, instead of answering himself. Moving to Epsom congregation would give the victim the opportunity to resolve the issues directly with David Woodfield, and on the other hand would give him a chance to present the evidence he has against him to the body of elders, who would start a judicial hearing against him, resulting in Woodfield's disfellowshipping. Once the victim could not move to Epsom, this matter remains unresolved, and a criminal such as David Woodfield still use the word of God to teach from the platform, and making decisions in the congregation which he should not be entitled anymore. But that is not all. Once the victim was not allowed to move to Epsom congregation, he decided to wait for the visit of the circuit overseer to explain the scope of the problem, and get a change on that decision, in order to resolve the never-ending number of issues he has with David Woodfield. Because the pandemic, all the Jehovah's Witnesses meetings have been happening by Zoom. It would be very unlikely that the victim had a chance to speak with the overseer, therefore he asked Tim Eagles for the codes to sign in into the field service meetings, in which he could have direct contact with him. However, Tim Eagles was delaying it.
Hello, good morning, Brother Eagles. It's Brother Amadeo here.
Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Eagles. It's Amadeo.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so last Sunday we spoke that yesterday you would send me the details for the field service meetings. You failed.
Yes, I said I'll send them to you. The field service begins on Wednesday. It isn't today. The talk, the visit begins today. The meetings for field ministry are announced. There's a schedule, and I'll make sure that you've got those so that you can join on Wednesday.
But I don't have the
right?
No, I said I will make sure that you've got them.
Okay, so, yeah, because I need to plan the whole week based on that. Please send me as soon as I can.
Right, we'll plan the week. Once you've got the numbers, you've got the numbers. It doesn't stop you planning anything, does it? You just need the numbers, which I will send to you so that you can join the ministry for Wednesday if that's what you want to do.
Right. So you don't have it at hand right now?
Amadeo, I will send it to you.
Okay.
I've told you that.
Yeah, but you told me you'll send yesterday.
No, I said I will send it to you, Amadeo. You need it for Wednesday. It isn't Wednesday.
Okay, I understand, but I need it as soon as I can.
No, you just need it before Wednesday, Amadeo.
All right, okay. Send you whatever you like. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
After this conversation, on the same day 2 other elders called the victim with some pretty bad news.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Right, Amadeo, this is Paul Meehan and Barry Wilmot together. Okay. Well, just to let you know that Brother Eagles has spoken with the body of elders about your request for ministry login details. Yes. Well, the body of elders have decided that since you've not engaged in ministry with the congregation since November 2018, we need to clarify if you're qualified to represent the congregation. And we're not able to do that before the ministry begins with the circuit overseer this week. So you will not be able to join the field ministry arrangements until that's happened. But we certainly do encourage you to attend the meetings this week and enjoy the visit of the circuit overseer. Right. So this was just a phone call just to inform you of what's happening. All right, Amadeo. So thank you for that.
Right, so you tell me that I am not going to take part in the ministry this week. Hello?
That was the decision of the body of elders. Yes, and we just made this phone call just to let you know that we can't go through this process this week. Until we've...
Okay. I did also request to Brother Tim Eagles to see if I can have a meeting with the overseer to discuss other matters. With obviously the presence of 2 other elders from our congregation.
Well, so far this is what the body of elders can say at the moment, and we've got no more to add to that at the moment.
So I am not allowed to speak to the circuit overseer.
We encourage you to join the meeting.
Take note that Tim Eagles had promised him that he would send him the sign-in codes for the field service meetings, but as we just heard now, he is not allowed to take part on it. Despite being a baptized Jehovah's Witness for 31 years. It is obviously an attempt to prevent him of speaking out to the circuit overseer things that those elders don't want him to know. But after all, who are the elders in Morden congregation who are Freemasons? Tim Eagles is a Freemason since April 2018. Maurice Burgess has been a Freemason for many years. Mike Witcher has been also a Freemason for long time, even when he was serving in Epsom congregation, which explains the bad reputation he still have in there. Neville Richards was already a Freemason, even before he joined Jehovah's Witnesses, and that explains why he was raised so quickly in order to become an elder. Since the moment there are so many Freemasons in each congregation, we're not surprised that this things happen so often, and Jehovah's Witnesses become just like any other religions.